What's up, everybody?
Sup?
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 Let me just go ahead and put this out there. If you ever see me or her recording in public, odds are we are not recording you.
Yeah, that's true. Too many people start waving at the camera.
All day yesterday,
are you recording? No,
people are waving at me while I'm recording, and it's distracting because they're waving, but the camera's pointing at me, not them. But
funny.
this was after we had made it to, this is after we had picked up the boat, and we made it to Destin Harbor. After roughing it through the choppy Choctawhatchee Bay,
So
which
much fun.
was crazy. Like I thought we were going to
Your
sink.
brother
I
hated
thought we
it.
were going to sink that pontoon boat, capsize that joker. We had so much water coming in.
I loved it. The kid and I are up front in the front of it, just living it
Oh,
up.
man.
Even my sister-in-law was like, "This is fun." My brother was like, "This is the worst part
Oh,
of
man.
everything." He hated it.
Finally once we got there, but this is after we had recorded a video on our way there, showing you guys Crab Island and, letting you guys know where we were headed and sharing with you information about how we work remotely. We don't check in, we don't clock in, we don't have normal hours. And when you actually do the math on how many hours we've worked in comparison to how much money we make,
I'm happy with it.
it's what most people would consider not possible.
There's that part.
Now, here is what is possible. 2 stories that were shared with me. I appreciate the folks who have shared these with me. Number one being that there apparently, I think it's Chase. Oh man, all right, it's either Chase or Chime. I'm not sure which one. It starts with a C, and now this is going to really bug me because I can't pull it out while I'm on my phone, but it was Chase or Chime. Again, you remember when Bank of America had that issue with Zelle? And Zelle was pulling money out of people's accounts
Yep.
that they thought was transferred, but then they pulled it back.
Yeah.
Well, this one is Chase or Chime with Zelle, and Zelle is charging them twice.
I would think it
for
would be Chase then.
For a transaction.
I don't think Chime uses Zelle. It could be incorrect.
No, if you link your Chime account or your Chase account to Zelle and you use Zelle to make a transaction to send money,
Okay.
then it can pull it twice. So whoever sent the email, I do not have it in front of me. It was either Chime or Chase. They both start with a CH. They're both
Yeah.
5 letters. They both end with E. They both are words. But the point is that it's dinging you twice. So let's just say you got $100 in your account. I'm sorry. Let's just say you got $200 in your account.
Okay.
And you make a $100 transaction through Zelle. You think everything's fine.
And then it takes
And then
it out
they
of
do it
your-
again, and now your account's at 0. And then you got other transactions that aren't going to go through.
Yeah. I can see how that could become an issue real quick.
Yeah, and it's like, well, should I take my money out of the banks? Because obviously with the money being in the banks, being Chase, it's at risk with Zelle being attached to your account. Now, granted, Chime is not a bank. Chime is a financial application. It is not a bank. You will never find a Chime bank anywhere.
No.
So then it's like, well, do I take my money out of the bank? Is it not safe in the banks? Well, technically, okay, sure. But if that's the case, then how would you ever be able to transfer money electronically using Zelle without linking it to a bank account? So, inherently there are these challenges that we are going to face. And I would say that, honestly, the simplest and easiest solution would be to have an excess of funds in your bank account. Now, and we can talk about ways of making that happen, specifically gaining access to your share of the $725 million Facebook settlement claim.
Free money.
Links in the description down below. Check them out, as well as other simple and easy ways to make money online. Supplement your income, produce side hustles, work on producing passive income streams, diverse income streams. But you actually just checked your phone, and I need you to read that.
That's why I
should
picked it up, because I thought that's what you wanted.
I should have sent you the email with the other one, so I knew which bank it was, Chime or Chase.
This
I don't
is
know.
the healthcare one.
But yeah, so ultimately, what it boils down to is, you gotta have money, okay? And now it's to the point of which you might want to clear that. Now it's to the point of which you're gonna have to have money to be healthy, which we already know that this is nothing new.
No.
Where you will find the lowest income, you will find the highest poverty. Where you find the lowest income and you find the highest poverty, you will find the worst access to food choices, which are typically going to be linked to health issues, diabetes, other complications, which then puts you more at risk to need medical care and treatment. However, this nonprofit health system, which is another email sent by Patty, thank you, Patty, is cutting off patients who do not have money. They don't have money to pay their medical bills and their medical debts that they've racked up. And this is Alina Health System in Minnesota. It's a $4 billion hospital network system. I think it's a $4 billion a year hospital network system. And they are now going to be turning away those folks who do not have the means to pay their bills and pay their debts. Now, granted, it says that, technically by law, no hospital can turn you away from an emergency room visit. But that's just the emergency room.
Yep. Accurate. And what's funny is that nonprofit hospitals like Alina get enormous tax breaks in exchange for providing care for the poorest people in their communities. But last year, they found that over the past several decades, nonprofits have fallen short of their charitable missions with few consequences.
Yeah.
They're getting all the money, and they're not actually following through with what that money is intended for.
Well, you got to realize what nonprofit organizations really mean. And it doesn't mean that they don't make a lot of money. It just means that they're taxed differently. The business entity is structured differently. Their operating agreement is different. They have employees rather than members, but they still make a lot of money, and the employees earn paychecks. Now, I know that you are going to go into this in greater detail on Squirrel Tribe or
Regular.
Squirrel Tribe 2.0. Okay, regular Squirrel Tribe, because this is going to be, honestly, the beginning of a new trend where they are continuously working to wipe out the middle class and lower towards this great reset, and specifically tied to the food that is continuously being modified and enhanced and manipulated and injected with foreign substances and different. I don't want to get into too much detail on here without losing my channel.
Yeah.
But I know you'll work your way around it to bring that, and understanding that this is going to be a direct link to the possible volume that these hospitals may see as a result of healthcare issues tied to your diet, tied to what you eat, tied to what you consume, as well as I don't want to get dinged for, certain community guidelines that others have been hit with here recently by trying to talk about health and food and safety. So we'll just leave it at that. We'll just leave it at that before I go too far and you guys never see me again on YouTube. But if you do want to see me and Michelle, check us out on Patreon, where we can clearly have these conversations and speak freely without having to speak in code and mix words and try to dance around the algorithm. As well as there are links in the description down below. Don't forget, get your free stocks from Moomoo, as well as opportunities so that you can increase and diversify and multiply your income streams, because I think that this is going to be, much like I've been saying since February of last year when I started this channel, it's going to come down to the money. Someone has actually asked me in a comment, and they said, hey, our food shortage is not actually real. What's really going on? And yeah, sure, there will be a food shortage instance of a particular item from time to time.
From one manufacturer.
Yeah, but we're never going to see widespread food shortages, but what we will see is the inability for people to be able to have and buy and stock up and stockpile on food for the simple fact that they don't have the income to support it. They are getting, they're really burning the candle at both ends, working multiple jobs just to try to keep their heads above water. No pun intended. Just to keep their heads above water and pay bills with rapidly increasing inflation, for which we already know that this recent jobs report is only going to drive the Fed to drive up interest rates even more. If you don't know about that, check out the video I put up yesterday. Full details on that. But at the end of the day, it comes down to dollars and cents. The corporations, the companies, the government, the super wealthy, they're all working towards that. Why aren't we? I appreciate you guys watching. Y'all take care. We may record again later today, but more than likely it's going to go up on Squirrel Tribe Life. If you want to see us hanging out at the beach, having a good time, go check us out. Go check us out at Squirrel Tribe Life. See y'all.
Bye.
Peace. Bye.